Everyone has fallen in love with the tiny gingerbread houses, so today I'll show you how to recreate them with the simplest tools and materials so you can start right away. Let's have a look at the tools and materials. First of all, you will need the template. You can see the centimeter or inch for size comparison, but don't worry too much about the size. We are making gingerbread houses. They come in different sizes. Now I'm showing you the template. You can take a screenshot and either you can print it if you have access to a printer, or as I am showing now, you can trace it from your phone. First adjust the size and then carefully stick on a thin sheet of paper without touching the screen. Then with the light switched off, you can trace it. Either way, you now have the template ready. Next, you will need a sharp knife, which we will use for cutting the gingerbread houses from the cardstock. I am using this natural colored recycling cardstock, which already has gingerbread color. As a little helper, we will need some masking tape. We'll need some glue. I use wood glue. Now let's talk about the icing. I used some water-based quick-drying filler. If you do have texture paste, that is a perfect option as well. If you have neither of those, I have tried a simple option for you so you don't need to buy any special supplies. In that case, you will need some plain wheat flour and white acrylic paint. I used a piece of cardstock and a toothpick from my bin for mixing. We will need some parcel tape and lastly some paintbrush or pencil where we can fix the gingerbread houses while decorating. To make cutting easier, I like to use some masking tape to stick the templates to my cardstock. Like this, I can skip the step of transferring the template to my material. Then we can start cutting. I start with the red lines, which are only supposed to be creased. Don't push too hard so you don't accidentally cut your house. Then continue with the windows. Here I am very careful, so I won't cut too far. I rather have a little more work with cutting the corners after removing the template. With all the windows done, we can cut the outline. Your cuts will be more accurate if you cut away from the corners. Now you can see the windows aren't properly cut yet, but I can see where they're still stuck and carefully cut these places. In my original video, I was cutting the houses with my laser cutter, so these ones we are making here are a little larger and a little simplified. Of course, my laser cutter is way faster than we can possibly be, but as I am always saying, miniature making is wonderful because we don't need any special tools, but we can go crazy if we wish to. For gluing, just fold the house on its corners and apply some glue on the fourth one. If you don't have a small bottle like me, use a toothpick to apply tiny amounts of glue. After holding it for a little while, it already stays in place. One trick when you stick on the roof is to fold it more than necessary. Then it will kind of grab the walls and you don't have to hold it in place while the glue is drying. While we give the glue some time to fully dry, we'll prepare the icing. If you are using filler or texture paste, all you have to do is check the texture. It shouldn't be too hard nor too soft. If it behaves somewhat like mine, it should work. If it's harder, add a tiny amount of water. Just the amount that sticks to the toothpick should be enough. If it's softer, add flour. And that's also what we're going to do with the acrylic paint. Mix about equal amounts, volume, not weight, of flour and acrylic paint. Oh, and I must mention that these amounts I'm using here are more than enough for our miniature gingerbread houses. I haven't tried, but I would guess it's plenty for at least 10 houses. Now you can see how the texture with the flour differs from the filler. But that's normal, they are just different materials. Miniature piping bags have been quite a mystery to me until I packed a parcel while thinking about the issue. So with a small piece of parcel tape, carefully folded, make sure the tip is closed, we have a perfect tiny piping bag. Fill your icing and you can close your piping bag. If you gently squeeze it, you'll see whether the hole is already big enough or whether you want to cut it a little. Very little. If the piping bag seems clogged, squeeze it with your fingernail. Now enjoy decorating your tiny gingerbread houses. Before you start, you may want to practice on a spare piece of paper. As you can see, you can also create tiny icicles. If you like this tutorial, please leave a like and a subscribe. I hope there will be plenty of tiny joyful gingerbread houses all over the world, made by you. I will link the video with the original gingerbread houses in the description. There you will see many more tiny treats and the making of the shop itself. If you want to, you can even add tiny decorations to your gingerbread houses. If you have any more questions, just ask me in the comments. Happy crafting and see you in the next episode of the Candy Store.